Hi everyone, this is Amy. Welcome today to my channel. Today I'm going to do a simple floral design on this glass mug. I will be using FolkArt one-stroke brushes. I have 3 flat brushes here, a number 6, a 12, and a 16. And then 2 other FolkArt one-stroke brushes, a liner brush number 2, and a round brush number 8. Along with a scruffy brush, and this is a number 6 scruffy brush. The paints I'm using today are a combination of FolkArt multi-surface and enamels. I'm using Teaberry, Bumblebee, Autumn Leaves, Wicker White, Teddy Bear Brown, Lime Green, and Thicket. I'm going to start by placing the centers of the first set of flowers that I'm going to do. I'm going to be using the Bumblee Yellow and the Teddy Bear Brown, excuse me. I'm just tapping the centers in. I'm not too concerned with these. I'm just kind of using this as a marker for placement purposes. Alright, then I'm going to use my number 12 brush, and I will be going into the Teaberry with one side, the Wicker White with one side, doing my blending strokes, getting my paint 3/4 of the way up my brush, and then just doing a simple stroke around here. And I will be listing the items, supplies that I use down below this video and also within the video, so please take a look there. And just continue to go around. Well, just kind of a wavy, in a sense, kind of a wavy pattern. Wavy petal. And if you have any questions or comments, please place those down below my video. I will do my best to get back with you as soon as possible. Okay, and I'm going to go around these again. And when you do this, by making them a little bit thicker, more opaque, they become more durable too when you're using them. And when you paint with these type of paints, you can bake them or you can let them air dry for 21 hours. If you don't have a way to bake them. Baking them actually makes them more durable. But you don't have to. You don't have to bake them. I would, however, though, even though they can be placed in the dishwasher, I would highly recommend doing the hand washing, treating them like they are fine china, because they will actually last longer and be more durable. If you're just painting on something that's not going to be used often, if it's more of a home decor piece, and you don't have to worry too much about that. Like if you're doing a painted bottle or a rock kind of thing, it doesn't have to be. I'm sorry if there's too much glare. You don't have to go exactly over the petals. You can leave a little bit of it showing from your previous, from the first coat. Okay, so you have like that. And if you find like some areas are too thin, you can go back over them. Again, we have that. I am going to go back in, do the same thing, one color in the front of my Deerfoot Stippler, like that, and tap back in the centers. Now when you're painting wet on wet, expect to pull in some of that color from below, which is fine, it doesn't matter. At least it doesn't to me. If it does to you, then give your design some drying time. I kind of like these to be a little fluffy centers. See that it's pulling in some of the wet paint. But I want the center where the flower is attached to all be covered. And you can just keep working on them until you get them to the way you want them. Not that hard. Alright. Then I'm going to throw in a few little white flowers. So I'm just going to take my number 6 flat brush, and I'm going to do some little centers for them. And with these, I'm going to tap in the centers just with the brush on the chisel edge. Trying to think where I want to place these, because I like to have odd numbers. So let's do, I like to have this facing down. And I will be going back over these centers, so I'm not too particular about them right now. I'm going to take my round brush, I'm going to stick it into the white, just like that. Just get it all nice and filled with paint. And then I'm going to come back in here and do just some light little strokes. Again, I'm painting on from wet to wet, so I could be pulling in some colors from what's below, and that's fine. Okay, I'm not going to put them all the way around. And this one, I'm making it like that is down. Let me put this, do this one better. It's pointing down, so I don't want to put those on the wrong side. So I like that. And I don't mind color being pulled in from underneath. If you do, then let it dry. Or do a heat gun. You can do a heat gun on these. That works well too. I am going to take my liner brush, dip it into the Teaberry, and I'm going to come through here. Let's see, let me round it up, make it a little more round, and do some dotting. Oh, I'm sorry, before I do that, I meant to go over these again. Sorry about that. Go over the centers again. Do the top one again too. I wasn't too particular about it because I like to come back over them after I paint the flowers and just use the paint as a base to give me an idea where I'm headed here. All right, and then we're going to do the dots. Sorry about that. Let's go down here where it's a little bit, has a little bit drying time, not much. Or just do a little dotting, not a lot, just a little. Like that. Now you could go around there and do some dotting too if you wanted. Or you could just come back in here and just kind of do that if you want to. All right. Maybe even put a little bit more in here. Okay. And then we're going to go to the greens. Everybody knows that watches my videos knows that I really like my flower or my leaves. I don't have a whole lot of space here for a lot of leaves because of the small surface, but I'm going to go ahead and add some in here. Okay, so I'm just doing like a wiggle, up the tip, and then just come back. So it's doing like the wiggle, and then coming back. And if you want, you can add some yellow to that. or you can just leave it with the green. Doesn't matter. It's up to you. Some little ones coming out from here. Just do some lines from here. Lines coming out, going in. And just do some little pulls from it. You can do that down here too if you want. Let's see, because we can actually put one in the center. I'm not going to do too many on here again because the space is limited. But if you want, you can do different. Let's see where we're going to do this. Let's put this up here. You just got to be careful you don't pull off the paint. Sometimes just tapping it in is better than trying to do a push down stroke of some sort. Let's turn it this way. Put the lines in. So you can use your chisel edge, or you can actually use a liner brush. You know, I have the nail liner brushes, which I really like. But you get the gist. And there you have it. Easy peasy. You can start making your own handmade gifts for people if you want, or just for yourself. Alright, I hope you like this video. If you do, give me the big thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I would love it if you would share my videos with your family and friends. That would be awesome. Until the next time, please enjoy the light sound bath in the background. Enjoy this video, and you have a good one. See you next time. Thank you.